Om Shanti, peace to you, peace to me. Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Peter and today I want to talk about, or ask the question I should say, do you have feet stuck in the mud? Do you have feet stuck in the mud? Are you resistant to change? Is it difficult for you to adapt to new things, new surroundings, new processes you need to go through? So are you trapped in a cycle is another way of putting it. So you can see your body, your life going around and around and around. You see the same cycle coming around. See the same players in this big game of life, but they're different. They're different human beings, but they're playing much the same role. For you to break that cycle, you don't have to break it physically, but see how you didn't deal with it firstly in the first instance when you haven't resolved that cycle. When you do resolve that cycle, it goes away. It's quite incredible, and then a new cycle comes along. Always a new one, always a new cycle. So usually it means you're not able to adapt to change or not actually paying attention. And one of the first brain operating system rules is wake up and pay attention. So you're waking up and paying attention to the cycles of your life that go round and round and round, and when it comes around again, deal with it differently. If you feel, oh my goodness me, I've done all this before, and what happened last time? Yeah, it was a disaster, and now the next one's going to be a disaster. So it's really important for you to focus on these cycles, see them coming around and break them so it doesn't happen. Keep going around and around doing the same thing all the time. Because if you don't, you'll start to become neurotic with your surroundings, and once you become neurotic with your surroundings and your life and the way it is, you will be resistant to change and you will be stuck in the mud. You will keep doing the same thing day after day, expecting a different result, and then what happens? Nothing happens, but you're still putting effort into your life. Why are you putting effort into your life to get nothing out of it? It doesn't make any sense. If you have a long-term plan, if you keep working towards a long-term goal and you're slowly getting results from something that you're doing, that's very important. That's how I created my music career, was very slowly catching the opportunities that I needed to catch and just exploiting them, which is what you do. You exploit your opportunities. You go, okay, this is good for me, good for you, so I'm gonna use this. This is great. And that's the long-term gain, looking for new changes in your life. But if you're just resistant to that, you don't know until you've done it. And naturally, deep down inside of us, we don't like that. We like to be in our comfort zone with our ego. Our ego knows everything, and therefore we become trapped in our comfort zone and trapped by our ego. Ego is a very important tool for us to use. I completely disagree with some elements of this new age meme that's coming out saying, well, you must destroy your ego. Your ego, you need that to drive you forward. You shouldn't be egotistical towards other people. No, goodness me, that's awful. But to drive you forward and keep you moving forward, your ego is really important, and you are completely individual compared to anybody else on this planet. There's only one you. Always remember that. That makes you precious and important, because no one will ever see the world the same way that you do, in exactly the same way. You might have elements that are similar, definitely. Oh yes, and we can all see that in a similar way, but for you and your expression of how you see this world is completely individual to you. So it's really important for you to share that with other people so that they can go, ah, I didn't see it that way. How many times have people said that to you? I didn't see it that way. That's where you're coming from, your heart. Has been said to me on a few occasions. Yep. Other times people said, you're completely out of your mind, what's the matter with you? They're attached to the ego. It's like this new position that we're in with the lockdown and everything like that, and there's people I just cannot speak to. I cannot speak to because I disagree with what's going on. I disagree with the measures that have been handed out to us. I disagree with the numbers. The numbers are less than the flu, for instance, less than other serious diseases that have been happening, and yet nothing's done about those to keep us safe from them. But they've used this to completely lock us down and push us into our little homes, making our homes an open prison. That's what I felt like during this lockdown, is that I've been in prison. So I've not got my feet stuck in the mud over that, and I've been using that as an opportunity to grow certain things, like writing more music, creating more videos, creating new opportunities for myself, where I'm thinking, well, okay, I'm here now, where can I get to next? So I'm not stuck in the mud. I'm not stuck in my house thinking, oh my goodness me, this is boring, I've got to get out of this. No, I'm projecting myself into the future. So I've done a video on that before, is do something today that your future self will be happy that you did that, because it would be great to be in that position and go, I'm so glad I did that. Look at me, I'm not stuck in the mud anymore, I'm moving forward. Because we just go round and round and round, same cycles, same players come in, but just different human beings they're playing the same roles, and you're not dealing with it, you're not dealing with those cycles, and you're not really that easily adaptable to change. I remember I wasn't. I kicked up an enormous fuss when I realised that my live gigging music career was over. It was awful. And I decided to hang my bass up, and I was very resistant to change. I didn't know what I was going to do, where I was going to go. But then now, since training with my Qigong training and practice and the meditation that I do and the deep breathing, I'm very open to change and doing new things, and it all actually incorporates into the same thing. So basically all you're doing is growing your talent. You're growing your talent. You're using all the utilities that you have as a human being to get bigger with it. So for instance, learning how to set up videos now and edit videos, not very well, but I'm still learning on that. So but it takes time to learn the videos and how to use them properly, and it takes time to put music together. I'm learning all about the different frequencies of music. So you've got, say, the 432 Hertz music, and that apparently is a lot better for you than the 440 Hertz, which is that's the concert pitch tuning. So 432 Hertz is more in tune with your body, and I'm using tuning forks for the chakra system in some of the music that I'm doing, and also solfeggio tones in some of the music. And goodness me, does it have an effect on you? Yes. You'd have said this to me 5 or 6 years ago, I'd have said you're off your rocker. I'd have said, honestly, I would have said you are off your rocker. But now, after experiencing music, working on it, and then playing it back, sitting there meditating with it and using it for my own health and well-being and to change myself, whoa, is it powerful? Does it make you feel a little bit more connected to what I would say is the real world compared to this matrix? This matrix will suck you in, chew you up, spit you out, and make you feel awful. The real experience and sensations that we have when you shut down your senses and go past your mind, beautiful. It's a beautiful place, and I'm sure that's what we're here for as human beings, is to bring that down, not just onto earth, but experiencing it so that we can move up. Everything is evolving, everything's moving and evolving. If you think about it, everything's moving and evolving, and in the material world it dies. When it's had its time, it dies. So the human beings, our spirit is evolving, our soul is evolving, and we've really got to think about not being stuck in the mud as we evolve as human beings. So it's getting out there, getting more talent together, getting more experience, more knowledge. Knowledge is so important, but letting it all go. Also, just letting it all go. Sit there, let it all go. Meditate, observe your thoughts. Don't think your thoughts are you, because they're not. And then let it all go and see where you find yourself. And I'm sure you'll find yourself in a great position. I'm sure you will. So give it a go. Let me know how you get on in the comments. Try the Qigong class or the deep breathing music we got on here as well. So all of that is for your use. Use it. It's been created for your use, so use it. See, let me know how you get on. That'd be fantastic. So thanks for watching anyway, and I'll see you in the next video. Sarang Hamida.